Your cholesterol could be silently damaging your arteries right now, and your body might already be trying to warn you. Most people find out only after a heart attack or stroke. But there are 7 signs your body shows before that happens. And sign number 4 is one almost nobody connects to cholesterol. Stay until the end, because sign number 7 is the one your doctor might not even check for. High cholesterol is often called a silent condition because it usually causes no pain on its own. But over years, it builds up inside your blood vessels, and your body starts sending small, easy-to-miss signals. I'm going to walk you through 7 of them, from the most common to the most overlooked. If you notice even 2 of these, it's worth getting a simple blood test called a lipid panel. Let's get into it. Sign number 1, yellowish bumps on the skin. Sign 1 shows up in the last place you'd expect. Your skin. Small, yellowish, painless bumps, often around the eyelids. Elbows, knees, or hands can be a visible buildup of cholesterol just beneath the surface. Doctors call these xanthomas. They're not dangerous by themselves, but they're a strong, outward clue that cholesterol levels have been high for a long time. If you've ever noticed small yellow patches near your eyes and brushed them off as nothing, sign 4 is going to make you want to get that checked. Sign number 2, a gray or white ring around the cornea. Sign 2 is in the eyes. Look closely. Sometimes there's a faint gray or white ring circling the colored part of the eye. In older adults, this can be a normal aging change, but when it shows up in someone under 45, it's called corneal arcus, and it's strongly linked to high cholesterol. It's one of the few signs a person can actually catch by looking in a mirror. Sign number 3, leg pain or cramping when walking. Sign 3 isn't in your face, it's in your legs. Cholesterol buildup doesn't just affect the arteries around your heart. It can narrow the arteries in your legs too. That can cause cramping, aching, or heaviness in the calves during walking, which eases with rest. It's called peripheral artery disease, and it's one of the most under-recognized effects of long-term high cholesterol. Now here's the one most people never expect. Sign 4 has nothing to do with your heart, and everything to do with something far more personal. Sign number 4, erectile dysfunction in men, reduced circulation symptoms. Sign 4 for men, one of the earliest. Circulation-related symptoms can actually be erectile dysfunction. The blood vessels involved are small, so they narrow before larger arteries do, which means this can appear years before a heart problem is diagnosed. It's an uncomfortable topic, but doctors increasingly treat it as an early warning sign worth investigating, not just an embarrassment to ignore. Sign number 5, chest tightness or discomfort during exertion. Sign 5 is the one most associated with cholesterol, but it's often misread. It's not always a dramatic movie-style heart attack. Sometimes it's a subtle tightness, pressure, or heaviness in the chest that appears during physical activity or stress and fades with rest. This is called angina, and it's a direct signal that your heart isn't getting enough oxygen-rich blood, often because of narrowed arteries. Sign number 6, shortness of breath with everyday activity. Sign 6 can look a lot like just being out of shape. Getting unusually breathless climbing stairs, walking briskly, or doing light chores can be an early sign that your heart is working harder than it should, often because narrowed arteries are limiting blood flow. Many people write this off for years as aging or low fitness, when it's actually a cardiovascular warning sign. And sign number 7, the one I promised you at the start, is something almost nobody connects to cholesterol: cold hands or feet, or occasional numbness and tingling. When arteries narrow, circulation to your extremities is often affected first, before symptoms show up anywhere else. It's easy to blame on cold weather or poor posture. Most people never think to mention it to a doctor, which is exactly why it gets missed. What to do next? Practical, non-alarmist close. Here's the important part. None of these signs alone means you definitely have high cholesterol. They're clues, not a diagnosis. The only way to know for sure is a simple blood test called a lipid panel, which most doctors can order in minutes. If you noticed 2 or more of these 7 signs in yourself, or someone you love, that's worth a conversation with a healthcare provider. Not because it's an emergency, but because catching this early is what makes it manageable instead of dangerous. If this helped you catch something you'd been ignoring, subscribe. I break down health warning signs like this every week, explained simply, with no scare tactics. And if you want to know exactly what your cholesterol numbers should be by age, I made a video on that too, link right here.